right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then he walked about his business. But the whole point was that I seen in his spirit that before he even opened his mouth, I seen in his spirit that he was an Israelite, man. But that comes through experience.
Yeah, to add on, even if you look like a heathen, you'll know an Israelite by the curses he's going through. That's right. You made mention that he just got locked up when he got out. That's a curse, man.
Like the Ephraimite a couple of weeks ago, he looked like a straight up Japanese. I'm right. As soon as he opened his mouth, I'm like, yo, I asked him, where you from? He said, yo, my father's Puerto Rican and my mother was Japanese. And if you look at him, he looked like a straight up Japanese, man. He said his name was Angel Santiago or some shit. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, that's my man. They locked him up, but he didn't have a license or something.
Yeah, that's him. He said when he locked him up, he would tell the correctional officers his name. They think that he's bullshit. He's like, motherfucker, because they look at how he look. I said, no, this dude's Japanese or Chinese. There's no way in hell your name's like that. They're looking for Yakamoto or some crazy shit. But he said, look, his father's Puerto Rican, man. And as soon as he's talking, and first of all, he was joking like an Ephraimite as soon as he came to the camp. He said, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, I just stole something right now to eat. But he said, like, I'm fucked up, I'm on drugs, I'm fucked up. And he said, look, by the time the cops come, I'm gonna eat the evidence. What they gonna tell me? But that's him being, that spirit of Ephraim, they joke around, man. So he had that lively, upbeat, joking around spirit because he was an Israelite. But for face value, you look at him, a lot of these unlearned and not spiritual camps will dismiss him just by the way he looked. Like Zabak, when he had that Korean dude with his hat tilted aside standing there, all right, and they just basically dismissed him as being a heathen because they can't go past the physical. Right. But then when you ask them to break down scriptures about Gentiles being saved, they can't answer that. Because either the Most High is contradicting himself or these other nations could be saved. Which one is it? We know the nations can't be saved. So it makes sense that the Gentiles that came in were Israelite foreigners, man. It only makes sense.
One more thing, brother. And to add to that, it's so the Israelite foreign is so powerful. The Lord spoke about it. The wheat and the tares.
That's right.
Yeah. How do you break that down? How could you break it down? The wheat looks like the tares when it's first grown.
That's right.
But then eventually, I believe the tares start turning like yellowish brown, and the wheat. But they look like something like that.
They look like at first.
Right at first, but when it's fully ripe, they show their difference.
That's why the Lord said, let them grow together.
Let's get back to this devil.
Yeah,
Don't let the devil slide today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why we're here.
Back to the scripture the brother meant, reading the tears. When was that sown? It said the enemy have done this. Going down to the time of Columbus that began, man. When he was taking a woman and raping them, all right, and leaving his filthy seed, because we're the holy seed.
That's why Ephraim, you know what I'm saying, they're dark, they're light, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because this filthy damn devil put his nasty ass seed, you know, in our women, man.
Like the elder said, there's a Jew at my job, he's talking to me. Dude started speaking Spanish. He shocked everybody on the job. Like, what the fuck, you speak Spanish? He's like, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. I was like, oh shit. He was dark as hell.
Yeah, and then vice versa. You can have one, like you said, looking like a straight up Edomite, but he's a Jake.
That's right.
You know, his father's father looked as dark as hell or something like that.
Look at Canelo Alvarez.
Oh yeah,
Alvarez. He's like a freaking red-headed ginger. He's like an Irish.
Right.
If you see him, he's like a Mick.
Right.
But guess what? He's Issachar, man.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 13 and 3.
Somebody get Isaiah the 60th chapter, go into some prophecy on how we're gonna have these heathens bring all their shit to us, all their gold, riches to us.
The rich man have done wrong.
Speak up to a little bit.
It says the rich man have done wrong, and yet he threateneth with all. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. And the rich man is talking about the Edomites, first and foremost, the so-called white man. Right? He has done us wrong as a people. He's still out here with his pride, thinking that he's just going to get away with all this wickedness that he's done. You know, living a lavish lifestyle. You know? It says, verse 4, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. And our people right now are forsaken. When they first came over here, you know, starting with the tribe of Gad, they was all friendly with them. They were acting like they their best friends. Why? Because they had all the resources that they wanted. But once they used them up and stole all the resources, now they was looked at them like shit. Just like they look at us today, because we don't got nothing. We are wild and spoiled people, like the scripture says. You know, we don't have nothing. So now Esau, he'll look at you down the street. He might not even smile at you no more. He might just look at you with his face like, I can't stand these niggas, you know? Looking down on you, calling you a spick, a nigga. You know?
Can I say something real quick? And the same tactics they used back then, they use now. Like the only reason why they start calling so-called Native Americans Gadites savages, because when they start fighting back, they're like, oh, these damn people are savages. Just like when we bring out, oh, you wicked, they call us terrorists. Ain't no difference, man. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 5, it says, if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will not, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. That's exactly what happened to us, man. Starting with the so-called Native American Indians and the Latin tribe, man. He came to Hispaniola, you know, Cuba, all these South America, you know, North America, Mexico. He robbed all of their resources, and then after he was done with them, he didn't even feel bad. He set up a kingdom, which we hear now, we in captivity, here in Babylon, in America.
Yeah, say he's not sorry for it, man. So they're not sorry.
Right.
They're not sorry about what they did to us.
That's right, man.
There's no remorse in their heart for what took place with us.
Well, Captain, this monument show you that they're not sorry. If they were sorry, wouldn't they have taken this down?
Yeah.
Right? Because this is a representation of evil that came down upon our people, man. And you want to celebrate this day every single year? Would you celebrate what's my man's name that they killed? No, before him, Saddam Hussein. Would you celebrate Saddam Hussein Day?
You put a statue of him in front of the house, they're gonna look at you like a fucking nut.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you devils are something else, man. You're hypocrites. And, you know, the cat is out of the bag, so to speak, on all your wickedness, man. Oh, Isaiah 47. Can't forget that. Were you done then? All right. Yeah, man. So, and you know what, man? Esau know that they're the devil, man. They hate themselves, man. Esau hate themselves. They are a hateful people.
That's right.
All right?
And they wish that they had what we had. And the thing I was reading earlier, Columbus said when he seen the people, they were beautiful, they was well built, they was handsome. All right? Compared to them fucking devils, man.
Yeah, and like I said, especially the women, man.
Especially the women.
How about when they went down to Brazil, the Portuguese went down to Brazil, conquered Brazil. I think it was Vasco da Gama or something. Some other Portuguese motherfuckers that went down to Brazil. Now just picture in your mind those Amazonian women down there, man. Them Arawak Amazonian women, tall, long black hair, built bodies, walking around half naked, man. Esau had their way, man. So don't tell me, you fucking devil. Don't tell me. All right, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, you gonna pay for that shit.
You're gonna pay, man.
And,
damn devil.
Yeah, come. And plus, over there in Los Angeles, right? They changed it to fucking from Christopher Columbus Day to Indigenous People Day, which that don't mean a damn thing, man. Esau still gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? Esau still gotta pay. And I was watching some of the interviews they was having about the whole, you know, changing it from Christopher Columbus Day to Indigenous People Day. You had a lot of people from Italian descent, which are more than likely the Edomites of the Italians, right? They was in favor of, you know, it being remained as Christopher Columbus Day. They was upset that they was changing it. And a lot of these Edomites had the nerve to say that these are our forefathers, our founding fathers, who made America what it is today. Which is all what? The book of Woe to the Bloody Cities, all full of lies and robberies, man.
Yeah. What's that? Nehu.
Well, yeah, Nehu.
Now, and then you said, you mentioned Italians. First of all, the majority of Italians are Jake. All right? The majority of Italians are Jake, man, because the Moors, which were Israelites, all right, that believed in Islam, conquered Sicily and different parts of Italy, man. So a lot of these Italians, all right, especially the ones you see in the hood, they're Jake. You know, but they don't know their fucking history. They're ignorant. But that's why we're out here teaching. We're not only teaching our people, we're doing what the Most High told Jeremiah. He set them up to teach Israel and to teach all the nations who they are, you know, and tell them the truth, man. There's a lot of history to be taught and to be learned, man. And Lord help me, I'm gonna start getting into that Moorish history, man. But that's some exciting history, man. What we got?
Isaiah 47. Yeah. Isaiah 47. Come down and sit in the dust.
And Cap, you know you.
O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right, and virgin daughter of Babylon represents America. The reason that it's a virgin, because America has never saw a full-fledged war on its soil. America hasn't been invaded by these different countries, how they go and invade Iraq, invade Afghanistan, invade all these different countries. They haven't experienced that, having jets of different nations dropping bombs on them.
Yeah.
They have not experienced that. That's why they're the virgin daughter of Babylon. But the Lord said, look, come sit in the dust, meaning to be put in a state of confusion. Right?
Sit on the ground. There is no throne.
Yeah, sit on the ground like a peasant that you are, man. There's no throne. The Most High is taking you from a position of power and rulership and putting you where you belong, man. The Lord said there ain't no throne, man.
Yeah.
Meaning there's no rulership for you. Go ahead.
O daughter of the Chaldean.
O daughter of the Chaldean. That represents America because of the doctrine and philosophies, the mystery religion that they hold near and dear to themselves, man. You so really worship these ancient kingdoms, man. That was so-called black kingdom of the heathens, man. Like Egypt, Babylon. All this Masonic and witchcraft shit goes back to them, man.
That's right.
So really, he's profess himself to be great old King Almighty, but yeah, you worshiping dark nations and their false philosophies, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
So thou shalt no more be called tender.
Because you about to be getting ravaged, man. A woman that's never known man is still tender, still naive. All right, still got that innocent look about her. And once she get ravaged, the Most High is gonna show the world your true colors, man. Well, he's showing the world your true colors, yeah. But he's gonna destroy you, man. The tender and delicate part, now it's time for you to be dealt with, man. For you to have misery shown to you. For you to have wars on your soil. Go ahead.
For thou shalt not more be called tender and delicate. Take the milestones and grind them, uncover thy locks and make bare your legs.
Expose yourself.
Yeah, now, you know, like we always bring out this analogy, you know what I'm saying? America in its heydays, they believed in, you know, the man was the leader of his household, you know, the woman was at home, you know, we're talking about, you know, the 40s, the 50s, many like the early 50s, I guess you say, late 40s, you know what I'm saying, the happy days. They had a show called the Happy Days, man. And what that meant was a happy days for Esau, not for Jake. Because Jake was undergoing a lot of racism, and shit, you know, and they were being segregated. So we're talking about Esau's happy days. So they had the Esau. One man was making enough money when the dollar used to be powerful. So one man was able to make enough money to feed his whole household. The woman wasn't in order with him. She'll be home. I'm sorry, this is before World War II. Before World War II. Right, before World War II. You know what I'm saying? So this is what was that? The late 30s. You know what I'm saying? So and then Esau was maintaining his house. He had a good job. You know, they had certain benefits. The woman was in the house cooking and cleaning and all that. She was covered from head to toe. Had a long dress. She wasn't wearing poo-poo shorts or Daisy Dukes and tight shit. She wasn't showing all that. The daughters were in order. The son was in order. But and then after World War II and all that, what was happening? They gave women power because the woman had to go to work now. Yeah. The man was off fighting, and then shit was going down after that. And then before you know it, in today's time now, you got Miss Molly, where she used to wear a long dress and hide her stuff. Now she show her cleavage. Shit, we just passed Times Square. A white woman, they were damn near, they were butt naked, but they had the body paint on, but you can see her titties, her areolas and all that shit, you know? You know, so that's the white woman. Back then, they wouldn't do that, man. They'll get locked up. Oh, also, the police would lock a bitch up like that, and a police would lock up a faggot too, back then. All right? But now, they're giving rights. So that shows you how America has been on a big incline, man. You know, going down.
They used to declare homosexuality a mental disorder.
Say it again?
They used to declare homosexuality as a mental disorder.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, look that up.
Well, that is a mental disorder.
But yeah, it was.
We call it demons.
It's demons. That's really what
That's what we call it. Let's say it what it is.
East Society, yeah, it's demons.
It's demons, because there ain't nothing wrong with it mental.
Yeah.
You know? What's the only thing wrong with their mental is it's possessed by demons.
Yeah.
It's to make them do that shit.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a mental disorder, man. Or what Esau calls it's homosexual paranormal activity in that faggot.
You got this guy, 21 Savage. He's supposed to be this gangster rapper, shoot him up, bang rapper. He get with this chick named Amber Rose, who's a former stripper. Now she's just this nasty bitch that's still floating around and shit. Now she got this thing called slut walk.
Oh yeah.
Slut walk where they talk just basically it's a women's feminist group. They basically just promoting
Proud to be sluts.
Yeah, being sluts and being whores and shit like that. And he walking with a sign talking about I'm a hoe. What type of bitch shit is that? You supposed to be this thug ass nigga, you know what I mean, talking about killing shit and fucking bitches and leaving them, but you walking with this bitch talking about I'm a hoe sign. And it says in the scripture that if a woman shall lead, she shall lead to your destruction.
That's right. Cause these so-called thug niggas a bunch of hoes for real, man.
Yeah.
They ain't real, man.
But they're homo thugs.
The brothers in the truth is what real is. What
That's
a
right.
man is supposed to be.
That's right.
The ideal image of strength and power and courage. It's the brothers in the truth, man. Not these niggas in the world, man. These niggas in the world are cowards, man. Every last one of them are fucking cowards, man.
Uncover thy locks and make bare the leg. Uncover thy path over the river. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thee, shame shall be seen.
Right, so now Esau's being exposed, man.
Yep.
The Lord even have their own so-called insiders exposing themselves, man.
Yep.
And man,
They shall cause their tongues
to fall upon themselves. That's right.
themselves.
And that's what's taking place, man.
Yep.
You got people like John Todd, Julian Assange, with WikiLeaks.
William Cooper from back in the day.
William Cooper.
He's the dude who wrote Behold a Pale Horse.
That's right.
And, you know, that's a good book too. You know, I didn't really read the whole book. Back in the day, I read, got some information out of it. But that's a good book to read.
Arthur Koestler.
Right, Arthur Koestler.
Aaron Russo.
Aaron Russo. All these dudes were on the top, man. And what happened was they couldn't deal with that wickedness, that bullshit, you know? So they left. They ended up leaving and spilling the beans, but because they took oaths with that witchcraft shit, they got put to death, a lot of them.
And recently, I believe like a month or two back, there was like a CEO of some company in France. And a lot of times those CEOs, they got to go through a ritual. So he said he went to the Bohemian Grove and he couldn't imagine. He started tearing up a devil, Edomite. He was like, yo, and they're killing kids, man, sacrificing kids.
Yeah.
Babies start crying. And it's all on out there in the net, man. You know what I'm saying? They're exposing it.
Yeah, because that's what they do. They call it the cremation of care. And they got Molech, a big ass owl, in America, man. America's supposed to be a so-called Christian so-called nation. Don't believe it, all right? It never was, never will be. The real Christians you're looking at them, the Israelites. All right, and don't believe that bullshit. This war on terror is a war on a Christian against Islam, and don't believe all that bullshit, man. All right, it's what it is the international banking families trying to take over the world. Like that cartoon back in the day, Pinky in the Brain. He had that, and he had the dumb, stupid motherfucker that was, next to him.
That's a peon.
That's a peon. Hey, and what are we gonna do today, Brain? Well, Pinky, the same thing we do every day, try to take over the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's the order of the day for you dummies out there. You know?
Yeah, that was a heavy thing show because they're not like mighty men.
No, but if you go on YouTube, they had a episode where they did some Masonic rituals and shit. You know, type in Pinky in the Brain and the Illuminati, and you're gonna see what's gonna come up, man. Showing you these cartoons were not meant for kids.
That's right. It was highly.
No, I'm sorry. The cartoons were meant for kids, and a kid is supposed to be sacrificed.
It's a baby goat, right?
A baby goat. It's meant for baby goats. That's right.
Baby goat or baby sheep. They consider you kids. Yeah, exactly. A baby goat, because at least look at majority of Americans as kids. Baby goats, literally a goat. Yeah,
that's right. All right, Isaiah 47.
I will take vengeance. Okay. Yeah, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So the Lord is going to take vengeance on Esau, Edom, man.
That's right.
The daughter of Babylon. This is what all about, the vengeance of the Lord, the terrible day of the Lord.
As for our redeeming, the Lord of hosts is his name.
Now I didn't mean to cut you off, but if those wicked scribes and Pharisees were spiritual, they would have read that and knew, right, that wasn't, you know what I'm saying, that when Yahushua came, well, mainly the disciples in the beginning, they were a little simple, but had they been spiritual, but I guess it wasn't time, they would have known that wasn't the time, because it says that he wasn't going to come at Esau like a man, you know?
Right.
That's how we know we're close to that day when he's coming as that great power. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The Holy One of Israel, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt not more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance.
So nobody is bigging her back up like they used to. At one point, it was the glory of the world, man. People would get on rafts and boats coming from the islands, sacrificing, they meant dying just to come and get a piece of this pot, man, because of the stories that they heard. Because people never seen it, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have the TVs and shit like that, so they went off of what they heard, and from what they heard, their imagination ran wild, man. They think they come here to gold everywhere and just complete paradise. Until they get here and say, holy shit, you got a lot of people who regret ever coming to this country, man. You got a lot of people going back to their country. Yeah. Because this ain't the land of opportunity like they made it seem, man.
At one time it was, but I know more. For Esau.
Jake, when Jake came here, Jake was suffering, man. They didn't just like come here and they just gave you like a high-paying job. You basically was like a fucking slave, doing bullshit menial jobs for bullshit money. All right, getting treated like shit. For all of our tribes that migrated to America, all right, like in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, when you had a bulk of the tribe coming to America.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, and the Holy One of Israel.
And this is Yahushua. And this is before he even came and died and was risen up again. So the judgment of Edom was already recorded, man. And this prophecy is dealing in the time that we live in now, man.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness.
The Lord tell you shut the hell up, man. Sit thou silent.
Yeah.
Because now it's time to silence your ass, man. Yeah. Because the so-called white man does got a big mouth.
Well, Trump is the figurehead right now.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
He's the epitome of a big mouth. That's going to lead, I pray and I hope that Trump Trump is the last president of this bitch. I pray. Because, come on, man. You mean to tell me there's worse than Trump out there? I mean, you know, but, hey.
That's a straight up devil. He's in Puerto Rico. He's handing out paper towels like Puerto Rico is a scum of the earth. He's like this. I'm like, he has no fucking remorse.
Hey, but you know what, man? Good for them Puerto Ricans, man, for thinking that the white man was their fucking savior. Here it is. You're praying to the Virgen Maria, right?
Yeah.
Well, Maria fucked you up, man. And that was the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Right.
You wanna praise those idols, man? Look what happened to you. And now you're fucking suffering. And how come Caesar, all right, Cesare Borgia, how come he didn't fly down and save your ass, man?
Because he says the Puerto Ricans are looking for a handout. Let's say it happened in Israel. Look, see.
How come this motherfucker right here, they swoop down, save your Puerto Rican ass, man? Huh? You see that devil right there? You see that so-called angel look like a white boy, butt naked? Huh? How come these angels didn't swoop down with Pelo Lacio? ¿Verdad? Rubios, los ángeles rubios. How come they ain't fucking come down and save your ass, man?
And Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States, right?
It is. So what happened was the Spanish-American War, the Spanish lost the war, okay? Pretty much they just handed Puerto Rico over to the United States. Now the United States, they could have gave it to the people of Puerto Rico and so that they could be independent. They said, nah, fuck that, we're taking them over.
That's right. So they're obligated to look out for them.
So they went from one master to the next.
Oh, Edomite. Yeah.
But they're both Edomite.
But you got countries that's not in the Commonwealth, and they'll rush to give them aid. Puerto Rico's a territory of America, and they treat you like shit. Yep. Let's say it happened in Israel. You see how quick they wanted for a second out of their mouth to deny them aid. Or say that y'all man, they paid them fucking so-called Jews money for the Holocaust that didn't even take place in America, man.
That's right.
But you Puerto Ricans, he's saying, look, y'all always got your fucking hands up. You goddamn right. Y'all don't strip them of their wealth, man.
Yep.
And it's your job to make sure that island's maintained, man.
Yep.
But you fucking devils, that's why he comes with the demeanor. He does that on purpose, man. He's just sitting there throwing the paper towel and everybody just... They're like, yo, come on, man. It's the whole attitude. That's worse than Bush with the dog. When Katrina happened and Bush came off the Air Force One with the dog with his sleeves rolled up, he came with the dog just looking like, all right, I gotta pretend to care about these niggas. He's worse than Bush. He was just throwing the shit like, it was like a game to him, man. It's good, though. Trump, you respect him because he don't give a fuck. He don't like you niggas. He don't like you slicks. He don't give a shit. If you ain't a white bread American, he don't give a shit about you.
He don't give a fuck. But good. Good. He's doing a good job, man. Being the damn devil, man. Now he needs to ramp things up, though, man. Stop being get real, man. Get really real. Roger.
O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt not no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people.
Meaning the Most High was mad with us, man. And his anger was shown through the atrocities that Esau committed. But now that anger's being pulled away, man. Right?
I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into the thine hand.
Yeah, so we was giving on to the so-called white man, and he completely destroyed us, man. We were polluted.
Right? Thou doest shew not
Speak up,
mercy unto ancient hast thou very that didst not shew no mercy upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
So they showed us no mercy upon the old of our people. They put a heavy burden upon them, man. Common sense, natural order of life. You see an old person, you show them favor. Now Esau, he treated an old Jake just like a young Jake, man. He put a heavy yoke upon them, man. And and they're gonna pay for that. That's why we're gonna treat them old devils the same way, man. Them old Edomites. You think at a certain age in the kingdom, we're gonna let you retire from slavery? Okay, you're 70 years old, 80 years old. Okay, let's take it easy on you. First of all, a lot of y'all crackers ain't gonna make it to that old anyways in the kingdom, man. Your life expectancy is gonna be short. You'll be lucky if you make it to 30, man. Alright? Because we're gonna be killing y'all motherfuckers left and right, man.
Man, real quick, they say in the slavery plantation, the average age that most mainly males will live up to would be like 20, 21, no more than 25. Man.
And there was a time in the hood, niggas would be surprised if they made it to 18. But the difference now, y'all niggas killing each other, and back then it was the devil putting holy hell on you ass. Unholy hell on your ass.
And thou sayest, shall be a lady forever.
So they say we always gonna be in power. I'm gonna be a lady forever.
Yeah, Lady Liberty.
Lady Liberty. Which they're saying that Lady Liberty is actually a man in drag.
Yep.
But it's okay, that's the society that we live in. And that's why one of the main points, this place is gonna be destroyed. Because of the bloodshed, man, of the holy seed of the nation of Israel, man.
That's right.
And there must be a recompense for that. What?
So that thou doest not, didst not lay these things to thy heart, didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore here, now this thou that art given to pleasures.
And look at America. Yep. America's all about pleasure and having fun.
Yep.
What's her name? Cyndi Lauper. When she had the song "Girls Just Want to Have Fun."
Yep.
That represents the American philosophy, the American dream.
Yep.
Carelessness, man.
Yeah, man.
God given to pleasure.
Yeah, being hoes. Being adulteresses.
Yeah.
Adulterers. You could be, in America, you could be a witch, you could be a warlock, you could be a fucking, whatever you want, a fish man. If you want to walk around with a fucking octopus on your head, you could do that shit. Eat octopus. You could eat, anything you fucking want. They got restaurants that sell fucking monkey out here, man, in Manhattan. You don't know it until you go see that motherfucking menu. So you can do whatever you want in America, man.
But the fact that you don't even got to kill your slaughter your beast, you can just run to the store and get it. That's a very luxurious thing to have, man. It's not like that in these islands out there, in third world countries.
Well, now it's beginning to be because, they want to be like America,
They're being Americanized.
They've been Americanized.
Edematized.
They sold out to the IMF, International Monetary Fund. What their dumb ass didn't know, once you get down with them, they put a central bank in your fucking island or country, and it turned you into a slave by way of debt.
That dwelleth carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me.
So they only worry about numero uno, them damn selves, man. He said, I am, and there's nobody else besides me, man. What?
I shall not sit as a widow, and neither shall I know the loss of children.
Meaning they're not gonna suffer anything, man. Meaning they think that they're never gonna be in a position where they have to suffer the way we suffer. But it's gonna happen, man.
Bring in your closing statements too, because we got 2 minutes left on this.
Okay.
Right? Okay. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment and one day.
Right, these two things shall come to thee in a moment and one day. I mean, the Most High, and it tells you that in the book of Revelation, that it's prepared for 1 day, 1 hour, all right, to slay the third part of men. And that's talking about the destruction. When you least suspect it, man, the Most High is going to turn your world upside down, man.
Damn
Talking
right.
to you Edomites, man. The Most High is going to humble your pride once and for all. And let's see you stand with your head held high and your chest poked out when you see Yahweh Shai, all right? You see his glorious presence. He's going to make his power known, man, by destroying your ass, man.
Right? The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection.
Yeah, see it real quick? Yeah, part of because we can't forget during the Las Vegas shooting, that's a loss of children in widowhood. I was reading on an article that it was like this Edomite woman. She was like 18. She just graduated. No, she was 21. She's from Arizona.
Start to wrap it up.
Okay, come on.
Okay. So basically, the whole premise of this lesson was the atrocities of Christopher Columbus. Tomorrow, Monday is Christopher Columbus Day. And we have to hold in remembrance the evil that he did to us, because he's only going to do that for us. So we out here testifying, all right, against this devil, man. Prophesying against this devil, saying that you gonna erect your monument for